Hello guys, this video will show you how you can use a symmetry modifier for really nice modeling results. So let's say, for example, I create a box like this and I go ahead and do some basic modeling here. Alright, so I can select this, for example. Let me go ahead and center it just in case. Alright, so let's say I'm modeling this and I want whatever I do here on the right to be reflected on the left as well. Well, that's as simple as just going in here and applying symmetry. X, and by default it's going from right to left. You can also flip it to go from left to right. We also have Y symmetry and Z symmetry. So this is a really good way, guys, if you want to have if you're working on something which is going to be the same all around, you can very easily use this to get this kind of result. As you can see, I'm moving this, nothing is happening, that's because I need to flip this. Alright, there we go. So I can very easily, guys, model it and have a lot of fun without having to worry about later symmetrying all that, because it's happening right now. Alright. We also have some more advanced features for symmetry. So we also have access to planar or radial, which I will show you soon. But let me go ahead and delete this and model some other things here. Let's just, I don't know, turn this off for now. Alright. Let's say I extrude, rotate. Alright, let's say I want symmetry to occur at this place right here. Well, I go into symmetry, I click on align to face, select this face, flip it, and as you can see, symmetry is now occurring right there. That's a very useful feature. And there we go. Or let's say I want it to occur right here. There we go. We also have align to object. Pick objects. Let's say, for example, I create a cylinder right here. Now, one very cool thing we can do with that, Max, we can copy modifiers. Let's say, for example, I want a cylinder to be also in the same position over here, using the same kind of symmetry. Well, if I select this and kind of paste it on there, this will happen because it's using the cylinder's local kind of pivot orientation, rotation. But we can also use a custom plane, for example. So I'll create a plane, I'll make sure auto grid is on, and I'll create the plane right here. I can select this, and then scroll down here. Pick object, pick this as the object, and there we go. If you guys are enjoying this video, be sure to check out the description where I have links to more advanced courses such as on sci-fi design, futuristic vehicles, furniture, and more comprehensive advanced courses. Alright, we also have things such as slice. That makes sure it actually slices the object right here. And then if I zoom in here, we also have weld the seam. So it's going to automatically weld the vertices together. So for the most part, you want to go ahead and keep both of these on here. And just like that, guys, you get a very nice modeling situation. If you have this happening here, all you need to do is select this face and delete it. There we go. Now I can have fun modeling here. Alright, so I like to use this a lot when I'm modeling armor pieces at an angle. So if I'm creating a plane and it's at an odd angle here, you know, somewhere on character's shoulder, I can very easily use symmetry in this situation. Now in this case, I can actually just use symmetry like this because I have rotated the object at the object level. But if I rotate the object at the sub-object level, which means, you know, I've got something like this going on here, that will no longer really work. I mean, it's over here, which I may want, but let's say in this situation, I want it to be right here. So I can very easily just kind of extrude this, and then for symmetry, pick this as the face. And now it's happening right here. But even after you've got this, guys, you can always go into here and further kind of modify the actual rotation and position of the symmetry modifier. All right, then I can copy this and reuse this. Let's say, for example, I want to go ahead and apply symmetry on top, or turbo smooth. Right, now you can see that it's lost. Well, if I paste it right back here, I can now delete this, and symmetry is still taking place. And I can model this. Now, let's cover also how we can use the radial mode. So I'll create cylinder, center this. All right. And I will leave myself, let's say, 4 sides here. And Control I to inverse and delete that. Now I'll apply symmetry. I'll switch it to be radial. And now I need to increase this until it all matches together. Now if you're wondering how this all worked out, it's because you do a little bit of math here. If you have 32 sides, let's say you want 8 details around. Well, 32 divided by 8 would be 4, so we give ourselves 4 sides left. If you want to have more complex details, you want to go ahead and give yourself 8 sides, 16 sides or more, depending on how complex you want things to be. We can now begin to model details here, and it will be reflected with symmetry, and we can also apply turbo smooth on top. So if I select this and chamfer, you now see it's being chamfered as well. It will turn out turbo smooth for now. All right. We can even make it even simpler, guys. We can go ahead and delete the left half. Now it is missing this, right? But if you scroll down here, we activate this right here, which is called a mirror symmetry. I could also flip that. It's become invisible because now it's flipping it from the nothingness. It's flipping it from the nothingness to this side. If we activate flip, so we'll turn off flip, and now it's going, essentially it's going from this side to that side, and then it's giving us all those 8 sides here as well. So now it becomes even simpler. This can open up a lot of fun modeling possibilities. I can also copy these two, or just one. Let's say, for example, I want to have another object inside of here. I will detach as clone, give a different color, for example, and then apply, let's say, shell, and paste that in here. Now I have another object inside of here as well. Sometimes what you want it to do is to have more density here to add some more details. Now let's say I just apply Turbo Smooth and I think, okay, yeah, I'll get more details like that. Then I'll apply all this. Well, you're going to notice something strange is happening here. It won't maintain a perfect curvature here. So what we need to do is do it in a different way. Instead, we'll apply Symmetry first. Then let's say, for example, Turbo Smooth. Then Edit Poly. Then we need to go ahead and re-delete the appropriate faces. I'll just go ahead and delete that. Well, we don't really need to delete anything, but the reason I delete anything is because it makes it easier to see what I'm working with. So I'll just kind of quickly delete that. And now I know, okay, I'm working with this piece right here. But now I can paste that back on there. I'll delete Turbo Smooth. I just want the symmetry. And just like that, guys, I can also move this here. We go from this to that to Turbo Smooth. But now I have a lot more density to work with. And it's also be better if you did it with without Turbo Smooth, but you did a crease set with Open Subdiv. That way you keep sharp edges right here. All right, so to show you that, guys, I'll go ahead and delete that. I'll replace this with, let's say, crease set. First, I'll just use crease set. All right. All right, something like this. You can spend some time killing the right edges, for example. You do a perfect one, then symmetry, Open Subdiv, and then, for example, you can use smooth to simplify the result. And the poly, and just like that, guys, you now have the density here, the small details, but it maintains the sharpness. And the sharpness is good when you want to create specific details. All right. For example, I can detach that. Let's say give a little red color. And I can paste that modifier right back. And just like that, we have those details going all the way around, guys. This creates a very fun, intuitive workflow you can use to mass model details. And that is how you can use the Symmetry modifier, guys, to get really good results. Thank you for watching, and take care.